See if people. What's up, YouTube Live?
Are we live now?
Yeah, we're actually live.
About time.
Oh, whiteboard stuff is all backwards.
Holy crap.
Can't read it.
We have to write it inside out to get it to work?
What's up, guys? I'm Shelby. It's my YouTube channel, and this is Jake Stone.
I'm Jake Stone.
He's the guy
This is not my YouTube channel.
we always ride with.
We ride?
Yeah, we do.
We ride.
We do hashtags. So yeah, basically we're just bored on a Thursday night. We're gonna talk about moto because there's like kind of a lot going on right now. So if you guys have any questions, I'm gonna say.
Submit topics. So I'm trying to call this.
All right. So today we're talking about a couple things just to start off. Monster Energy Cup, Redbull Straight Rhythm, Alta.
The Alta bike.
Alta
That
bikes,
doesn't exist
electric.
anymore.
Well, potentially we'll see. Hopefully that's not the case. And SoCal trip for moto because winter's coming in Idaho and we got to ride somewhere. So, Monster Energy Cup. Watched it.
We both watched
Where
it
did
together.
we watch that at?
Watched it in my house.
That's your sweet pad, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty fun. What'd you think of Tomac?
Don't mind my Tiger Cup. It's so cool. Tomac. Yeah, Tomac was ripping it. Super good. I think the coolest part, actually, we'll get back to that, but the coolest part for us is having Devin Slusher.
Yeah, that
He's
was
we had a local kid. How old is he?
I don't know, like 13
13 or 14?
12, 13, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and he's on the Husky, what are they, the 105? Is that what they are?
Yeah,
Super
just a
Minis?
super mini bike. I don't know specifically what the heck they actually are now.
So total local kid. We ride with him at the track here, but we don't have any like supercross facilities or even really any arena cross stuff to regularly practice on.
Yeah.
But he got a couple days on a technical track out here and just went to Monster Cup pretty much sight unseen and ended up, what did he get? Like
I think he got 2 tenths and then an 8th overall.
yeah, 10, 10,
top 10
and
overall.
8th overall. First time on
One
like,
of the super minis out of the home nation,
Yeah,
basically. That
so
were invited,
sick. So that was cool to watch and like know that we know that kid we ride from. So that was pretty sick. Yeah, Tomac, he's on the new 19, right? Same bike you're riding?
Yeah.
You guys ride basically the same
Basically
pace?
the same pace, you know. I might be a little faster in sections, but
Like the sand?
yeah, probably the sand. Definitely faster in the sand. I can scrub better for sure.
Yeah,
I definitely take more videos of me riding.
I'd probably give him a run for his money on the 150.
Yeah.
Like basically
Just on the start though.
maybe loading up.
Yeah.
But no, he looked good. I was thinking like he'd have trouble. I've always thought he had a lot of trouble going from the Honda chassis to Kawasaki in general. But
Yeah, it did take him like a year to get dialed in. And
Yeah.
then he's kind of been a little inconsistent. But I guess last year he was inconsistent in Supercross, but his last 2 outdoor seasons have been solid.
yeah.
I mean, he's got 2 championships in a row. This year, the only problems he really had were bike issues.
Yeah, we were talking to like the caliber of champions, right? And I was saying,
Yeah.
oh, well, we haven't had like a super dominating champion. Because I grew up with like McGrath and like Wyndham and then Carmichael and Stewart, and it was
Stewart,
crazy. But at the same time, you kind of said like,
The talent
Yeah.
right now is like high. The top 12 riders, I'd say, could all take a win or a championship.
yeah,
I think Anderson only won a handful of races last year. He was just consistent. And same with Dungey with his 2 championships in a row. I mean, he was winning races, but he was also just consistent top 3 almost every race.
yeah,
So
that's crazy.
a lot more talent out there.
And everyone's on a training program. You've got people training like Alden Baker, and then they've got their own like riding.
Yeah, riding
Stables
facilities,
and
different
their-
tracks and stuff.
It's just not the same world. I don't know how many of you guys have grown up kind of like in the era probably I did, and you probably on the tail end too.
Yeah.
Where you just like people rode for fun. They race and they were fast. And it was like talent.
They partied and raced.
Yeah. And now it's
Alvin
like
Baker came in and ruined the sport, basically.
basically made it unobtainable if you're not on a full factory backed bike and have hundreds of thousands of dollars a year for budget. So I think it's pretty wild to see that. But no, Monster Cup was sick. Probably the most seen clip I think from that was Anderson's. Like,
oh yeah, Anderson freaking lawn darted himself into the sand. Like,
yeah,
I thought he was gonna land on Malcolm.
Oh, that was nuts. And Malcolm too.
Speaking of Malcolm, yeah, it was cool seeing him out there.
He looked like right at home.
Yeah, he looked good on the Honda. He always looks good on pretty much anything he's riding.
For how long he's kind of been.
He's been out of it for a while.
Yeah, and he hasn't had the support.
No.
It's been like a weird.
Which is weird because the last series, well, I mean, was it 2 years ago? He finally got a chance to race part of the Supercross series, but before that, the last series he had ridden, he
was a mess, right?
Yeah. Well, he did decent.
Or thrown together, I guess.
Yeah, like the races he did, his lap times were good and his starts were good. His fitness wasn't there and his consistency wasn't there, but that's just lack of riding and support. But the series he raced before that, he won the championship in the 250 class.
Yeah, it's pretty
weird not seeing him on a factory bike.
What about a 250 class?
I don't even know who the heck. I mean, Cincerillo. You got Cincerillo. Faulkner.
Do you remember who won?
Marchbanks.
I'm like trying to think.
Last year?
Yeah.
Osborne. Osborne's dominated the lights class the last 2 years, indoor and outdoor. And he's going up to the 450s.
They weren't at Monster Cup, right?
No. A lot of guys weren't at Monster Cup.
Yeah, it was kind of like did they even do, I'm just like totally blanking, did they even do the 250 class?
No, it's just an open class at Monster Cup.
Okay, yeah.
So Jordan Smith is a 250 rider, and he raced Monster Cup.
All right,
but I think he rode a 450.
Shows how much I know. I like watching the amateurs too.
Yeah, the All-Stars were cool.
That kind of puts it in perspective, like how gnarly those tracks are and what kind of bike and suspension you need. Just because, like, watching Anderson do that, we're talking, there's no way.
Oh, no. If I did that on my stock suspension, I wouldn't have any ankles or hands afterwards.
Yeah, it's drastically different.
In my head.
And speaking of suspension, like we got the opportunity. It never got published, but just because, who knows?
Come on, Michael.
Yeah.
What the heck?
But we rode all the. We rode 4 A-kit setups. Yeah. So we got to bring both our Hondas down last year, maybe a year and a half ago now. Jeez.
Yeah.
To SoCal, and we had and Michael Lee was actually riding with us, which was sick. A little perspective on like how a pro rips for sure, and wrecks your graphics in like less than 10 minutes. But we got to ride Owens, WP, Showa, and KYB A-kit setups on our bikes. So they like the techs would actually put the shock and the forks on our own personal bikes, and we all had Honda 450s. So basically stock, And so
it was also 112 degrees outside.
It
while we were
was
riding
and
testing for 7 hours.
Which was gnarly. Good thing we did some training.
For like 4 months before.
Yeah. But it was interesting because watching the pros ride like that, you kind of get an idea. Like the suspension isn't as maybe like
not as drastic as you would think.
No.
Like comparing the Showa stock fork of that 17 to the Showa fork A-kit that they gave us to ride.
Yeah.
The only thing better with it, honestly, was the bottoming resistance if you cased something.
Basically saves your tail.
Yeah, it definitely saves you. If you watch our GoPro from Milestone, there's a big wall jump into a roller section that we were both tripling. And I'm pretty sure we both have it on GoPro, us casing it. And you don't hear anything or even really see anything. You can just see we came up short and then rode right through it.
And what's crazy is that same, so it's are you guys riding on November 17th? 17th. I won't be here. I'm going to be driving to Mississippi with my girlfriend, taking her cross country. You'll probably be
on the 17th.
OMC open practice.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably Bryce. Is that Bryce?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be there.
But yeah, the bottoming resistance, right? So actually that section, that milestone, it's like a rolling section out of a tight corner. And on the 450s, you can double, single or double?
I think you double all the way through into the corner.
And so we got, actually, it was pretty sick because I was the first one that day to triple in, just even over Michael Lee, just saying.
That was the first time you cleared anything that weekend before me. All the other times you're like, Jake, did you clear that? But that was follow you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. These things are stupid.
But that was with the A-kit stuff. And I did case, the first time going into it, and I was fine the rest of the day. But that is actually where the next year, or that fall, I tried doing the triple in on a stock KTM 450 at the shootout. And I didn't totally screw up, but I came up short again. And with the stock stuff, I blew through, knocked my hands off, and I dislocated my ribs. So that's the difference between A-kit, I think, and OEM stuff. It's not the progression in the field as much. Those are little details, but it's the saving you when you mess up. And I think that's kind of when you see these pros land flat. they have stuff even above and beyond what we even got to touch. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, Monster Cup was sweet.
What do you think of Savachi letting him by?
I think
Team tactics, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's cool. It's kind of like an honor and respect thing because, in my opinion, the race was super good up until then, anyways.
Yeah, Tomac
was
deserved
on
it,
one.
and he was gonna pass him anyway. I think.
2 laps before, he just like flipped the switch.
Yeah, he was gnarly
and just turned it on.
I mean, team tactics have been around all
Drink your
Supercross.
tea, dude.
My twisty. But yeah, team tactics have been around pretty much since forever in Supercross.
And honestly,
same with
Savachi,
Mooskin and Dungey. Mooskin knew there was a championship on the line. I would do the same thing. Or races, whatever. But a championship is everything.
And he probably would have gotten crap from the team if he didn't do that.
Yeah,
like, dude, he was coming up on you. Why didn't you just? I don't think he had to like put his hand out and all, but maybe he wanted to do that just because he wanted people to know, like, hey, I got this. So I'm gonna let him by.
He probably did it just for Tomac, so he didn't. Tomac
hit him
T-bone off the track.
He would have. He was coming like Osborne, just clear.
Yeah,
just doof.
Yeah, you're gone.
Yeah. So okay.
Well, saying hi. Hey, versus hey guys.
Hey, what's up, Derek? How does the Kref suspension compare to what you guys tested on the 450s? That's a good question because we've both ridden my bike a lot with Kref. Do you want to start?
I've ridden it not as much as Shelby. I like the plushness. I don't think personally, I'm a little heavier than Shelby, so it's a little more set up towards his weight, I think. But the bottoming resistance, I don't think is as good as the A-Kit stuff we tested. But as far as the plushness and the way it settles, I think is just as good.
Yeah. For me, I think I have on occasion bottomed the fork still. What it did for me, and you guys will see this on the Vital MX review, it'll actually come out. Oh, hold on. We're still good. Sorry. And basically the difference is the fork progression is super progressive and smooth, and the bottoming resistance is so much better than stock. I'm not like bonking my wrist when I overclear stuff, which I was stock. There's no more at the top of the air fork, the AER 48 fork, right up. So say if you jumped a table and maybe you didn't clear it like perfectly in motion, but you kind of like back wheel to front wheel, there'd be like a clunk in the fork before it gets into the first part of the travel. And that's completely gone with the Kref stuff. And then you've got the revalve control, which for different weights is super cool because you can literally, with a screwdriver, just adjust the valving or the spring rates. And I've actually had quite a few people literally just test ride it at the track, and they've all bought it for their bikes, which is sick.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
It's probably one of the coolest parts I've ever had on my bike. And the first time I've experienced such a drastic change for the price. Like retail on my setup is somewhere around $2,000 or $2,100 for everything. And those A-Kit setups we were testing were like what, 12?
I think he's
around
like 15, closer to 15 with the shock and everything.
And I would have no problem. Yeah, I'd have no problem running that Kref stuff on every bike I own if they could do all the other forks. But they specialize in the AER fork. So,
and I'm not sure how your stock stuff, as far as your WP stuff goes, on the KTM. But like for the Showa A-Kit on my 18 Honda and then my 19 Cowie, those forks are amazing. I wouldn't change a whole lot as far as valving goes with them, but I did get a one spring rate up for one side of my fork, which is what Pingree recommended, and then so did Kawasaki. So we're going to throw that in hopefully before the weekend, and I'll be able to test that out. But
yeah, that'll be cool. And then you got potentially a new clutch.
Yeah, well, I did get a new clutch. We just took my bike and put it in a torque drive, so I get to test that.
Because you guys have the Nissan hydraulic setup on the Cowie?
I have no idea, but it is
the stock one.
Yeah.
What did you think? Because I know you had some reservations the first time you got on the bike. You're like, oh,
yeah, it was weird to adjust to, but they did a really good job with the hydraulics, making it less of like an on and off switch. Because I really didn't like the KTM's, at least on the 450, it felt like literally a switch. It was either on or off. There was no couldn't feather it very well or anything like that. But on the Cowie, you can. And then I actually jumped on my dad's 450 without the hydraulic clutch, the Yamaha. And that thing was weird to adjust back to, but overall it felt similar. But it's a lot easier to pull in and still has good feel to it. So,
what's up, hype ride? What up? And if he didn't let him buy, he probably would have taken him out. answering questions in the comments.
T1, off
Should we
the
move
track.
on to the second part here? Redbull straight rhythm. Actually going to be
All
sickest
2 strokes. It's gonna be sick. We should
Finally.
probably go to that. But
Did you see the track yet?
no, did
I
you?
watched. Yeah.
Is
So
it
they
sweet?
it's
Is
super.
it not
From what it
good?
looked like it's crazy technical. Like
The last 2 years, in my opinion, have been really fast
they have been.
and kind of like no separation. It seems like almost everybody, if you're on a 250, you're doing this specific rhythm. If you're on a 450, you're doing a specific rhythm. So I haven't seen the track yet, but it'd be cool to see it range to where anybody on a 450, if you got the balls, you can hook this fat quad or something, or I don't know, just separate some guys. So
And the 2 strokes are going to be
and the
sick.
2, yeah, I guess
If you guys follow me on Instagram, watching you guys from Alberta, Canada. Sick.
Canada.
Is your riding season basically over yet, or what's your winter like? Because you guys probably getting some cold, I guess.
Yeah, it's cold here. I mean, it's not too cold to ride. We don't
No.
have as much
Not
moisture
yet.
as you guys
Another
get.
month and a half, maybe 2 months.
Probably 2 months.
Yeah. What were we just talking about? Oh,
Straight
yeah.
rhythm.
So on my Instagram, I put a 2-stroke video up today. It's pretty sick. Some dude on CR125, 2003. It looks clapped. Probably isn't. Sounds good. But he was ripping. So that'll be pretty cool. Who do you think is going to take 2 strokes?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't even know the full lineup yet either.
I think I can pull it up.
Yeah, pull it
can you
up.
Tell me.
I know. I mean, going back to Monster Cup, Chad Reed looked pretty at home on that Suzuki, and I've always been a Reed fan, so it's cool to see him finish top 3 in that last race. And he definitely had the speed to hang. Maybe not with Tomac, but at least with everybody else. But he's also racing a 2-stroke, and he's got that style. I think he can ride a 2-stroke better than maybe some other people can. But
All right, here we go. So here's just like, it's kind of hard to read it all. That's not even probably all of them. Ryan Dungey, Ryan Villapoto, Jared Stinky, Shane McElrath, Jordan Smith, Ronnie Mack, Ryan Sipes.
Ronnie Mac's going to take it.
Porcel,
he has to.
yeah, he's on the fastest by far. Josh Grant, oh yeah.
Oh, Josh Grant will be? That would be sick.
Ronnie Mack, Travis, Pastrana. If Pastrana, is he even on it?
doing it?
I don't see it. Tyler Bowers, Vince Freezy, Mike Alessi. Alessi rips on a 2-stroke.
Yeah.
Ryan Morris and Cedric somebody.
Tyler Bowers will be good. I think he's tall.
So that's the pre. That's the pre-list.
Sign-ups kind of.
Yeah.
Was Reed on there? Because I know he's racing. I thought he was.
Kyle Partridge,
Muskin, I think
Mike
Muskin's
Brown.
racing too.
Mike Brown rips, and Darren Durham.
Is he racing the Alta?
I don't know. We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be crazy. Yeah, so that'll be sick. Are any of you guys going to Straight Rhythm? My brother might be there.
He said he was going to be.
My brother?
Yeah, because I asked him.
Or he's going to Rampage. I don't know which one he's going to.
Oh,
He works for Redbull. He's kind of a big deal, so lucky kid. But yeah, that'd be like my dream race if I was trying to get off the couch and do something to look even like I could qualify. I'd probably just go over the bars.
I would just run my clickers all the way in on my suspension.
Honestly, I would just drop in, go to the right on the straightaway, and just rip it. Yeah. On IG, by the way, just checked out the video. Yeah, that video is sick, huh? And Stank Dog will do well. Yeah, he did. Well, he did super well last year, didn't he?
He won the 2-stroke.
Yeah,
he beat Villapoto.
He did. He's a big boy for a 2-stroke.
That'd be kind of cool to be able to say.
Poto has been riding, I think, more now than he did last year.
Oh yeah,
He
getting
hated
back into it.
Yeah, he retired and was like, I hate the sport for like 6 months. I'm gonna go in the forest and
drink coffee.
Yeah, and fish.
Hang out with my wife.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stank Dog will probably do super good. I don't know why. I just don't really care for him that much.
How do you
He's
guys
super
think,
cool.
How do you guys think Dungey will do though, coming back out of retirement?
I watched him on the KTM track.
He's got such like a He's got like such a natural talent.
He looks like good on it, like better than I would have thought for sure.
He definitely rides the 450 so smooth.
Yeah,
and he's got speed
for days.
Yeah.
What other topics? You guys can leave comments in the comment section, like what are some of the topics you want us to talk about, or anything from like training, or if we train.
I train.
He
I don't know
trains.
what the hell you do.
He tries to get me
You
to
train
train.
like once a week.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Well, I go in waves, dude.
Yeah, you go in waves of once a month.
Yeah, basically. No, well, twice this month, and I'm still sore. But yeah, Jake has like a good program for like circuit style training for cardio with repetitious stuff for like holding onto
Basically, just
handlebars,
specified
your
motocross
back.
training that
Yeah.
revolves
And it
around.
works super good. Like I was doing training all wrong. Not even training. I was just like working out in the garage. And then before the shootouts, Jake worked out with me for like 3 months, and we just worked out twice a week and rode twice a week. And I was in like
And not
the
only
best
did
shape
it
of
get
my
you in
life.
shape, you were way safer on the bike, and
Yep,
you got faster.
stronger. I could run 2 30-minute motos like at 90 to 95%, no problem. And yeah, you still do that. But I go in and out because life gets busy. What's the update with the DJ's pump track in Boise? Well,
We shaped one jump.
Kyle Warner actually he put an update on Instagram, and I guess like they're not doing a flow trail anymore, but they are still doing like a tech area with dirt jumps and pump tracks. Yeah, we ride at Eagle Bike Park. It's like 2 minutes from my house, so.
Read that last
Oh gosh, that's awesome. It says, yeah, I got a better workout plan. The only workout I get is when I have to bench press my bike off of me in a mud bog. That's no easy task. I think I'd just walk away from the bike at that point. When is a group ride? You said after the first rain. Did I miss it? Well, that's the thing.
That was kind of a last minute ride.
With internet. Like, it's tough because I don't ever text anybody anymore, except maybe just Jake.
Yeah, I think we posted it on
We post
Facebook
everything on
when we were going and stuff.
the Boise, Idaho Moto group, ride day group. And that's got like, I don't know, a few hundred people in it that are all local.
Tyler, who are you talking to?
What's he saying?
What size is your hat?
Extra small, dude. This thing is tiny. Like, look,
Mine's stretched because it's a beanie.
it wouldn't even fit on Jake's fat
Because you
head.
don't have a brain.
My brain works fine. Shut up. Hold on.
Hold on to what?
You talk about a topic for a minute while I sip on my tea.
What, the topic of your no brain? Just kidding. What were you even talking about?
Redbull straight rhythm, dude.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to read all these comments because there's a bunch that popped up for a second. Nothing that's insanely relevant. Yeah, as far as straight rhythm goes, I don't know who's gonna win. I hope Muskin races because I'd like to see him ride a 2-stroke, and he's never lost a race. Musquin? I like Muskin. He's a good rider. He's fast. Smooth. He has cats and talks like an idiot, but
Oh, me and my 14 cats.
I paint them on my helmet.
I gotta learn more balancing. Hold on, wait. East Bay Rider. Yo, Shelby, after watching your videos, you're what made me want to get the KTM. Did you get the KTM 150? And if you did, what year did you end up with? That's awesome, by the way. It's a really fun bike. I've had it since what? February? March. So it feels like forever, but not that long. 2016. Ooh, okay. So you don't have the AER fork. Do you have a suspension setup on that? Because that's like that. What's on the 16? No, that is the AER, right?
I don't know. I don't ride KTMs.
Yeah. The Electron carb. That's the must-have as well. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a fun bike. Redbull straight rhythm. Not really much else to say except for like mostly I just want to see pictures of all the bikes.
And it's gonna be fun to watch
And there should be no music over any of the edits. And there's probably going to be some nasty wrecks too, because a lot of those bikes are still carbureting.
They're probably going to blow up.
Just like,
I
yeah.
wonder if they'll have to rebuild the motor every like 30 minutes.
When there's 125s,
I know.
like someone's going to die. I don't want them to, but it's probably going to happen. Jeez, should we take a social break? Because we got like all this inbounds.
Social break? Yeah, I've been getting all sorts of messages.
Jeez, thing with society today, you never even get a break. There's a kid from my church in Meridian who just bought a 2019 SX150. Super nice, but I'm not going to lie. My YZ125 or YZ250. 99 YZ250 is such a good bike. I had a 99 YZ125. Sick. So yeah, next topic. What other topics do you guys have? Because we got a few, but if you guys have topics, I mean, we're not experts. We think we are. We're not.
We try to be professional.
Oh,
It doesn't work.
What's Alta?
Alta?
Alta, is that an Alta? I don't even.
That's that damn electrical bike.
The electrical combustion bike. Alta bikes. I've been following them forever.
Yeah.
You've ridden one?
Yeah. In your street.
That's it?
Yeah.
Not on the track?
No, but that was good enough because I hit the curb and it bottomed
Josh
out.
kept riding it.
I wasn't even at the track. I don't know where I was. I don't know where I was.
So Alta Motors, for those of you that follow them, electric bikes, they put out kind of a quiet release, I guess, but I don't know how it got picked up. But Vital put a PR out, and so did everybody else, about Alta closing their doors, going out of business, unless they can find like another angel investor or some sort of investor to come in and buy the company or support them, which sucks in my opinion, because I think what they made is pretty sick.
Tesla.
Well, Elon Musk is on their board.
Oh, really?
Originally was on the board, and I don't know if he's out now or what, but pretty weird. But yeah, Alta bikes, have you guys ridden them? What's your thought on the whole electric bike movement as a whole? Everyone's all over the place with it.
I like it. I think it'll be cool. I mean, it'll make it easier for having backyard tracks if you really wanted to, close to the city. They just need to get their chassis, suspension, and then weight dialed in. But as far as the power goes on that one, it was awesome. It was really responsive. It's kind of annoying because all you hear is the chain and the linkage.
Responsive.
Yeah, like it almost need to be laid off a little bit so you can roll on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really like a whole lot of snappiness.
And we rode, what did we ride? The 2017
Yeah, we didn't even ride the new one with the
MX.
big fork on it.
Just the MX, I guess, not the MXR. So it didn't have the good fork.
Yeah, the thing was a pile of junk.
Yeah.
I rode it in your street, and I literally went into the curb, and I could tell just from bouncing on it. Yeah,
and so much weight.
Yeah.
But Josh Josh passed me. I was on the 250F, and he flew by me. Like, I was like, this is his first day on it. Of course, it's stupid.
Yeah.
But I like him. I've talked to a couple of people, and they say like it's sick because you just charge it.
Yeah, you just charge it. There's no maintenance, which we both like.
Yeah, I
freaking
hate working on
bikes.
Now they just need to make a bike that washes it.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, I like it. I mean, all you'd have to do is change sprockets and linkage, I guess.
And then you got the maps, like.
Yeah, that's true.
Tyler Paget, who's taking the W on what? You're like way late to this conversation. Do you not read the floor plan today?
Yeah, it's backwards and you can't read it.
We're going on already. It's number 3. You're still on number 4 or 2 over here. Number 4.
Who's gonna take the W?
Work better in deep water too. No hydrolocking. Well, you don't want to get electrocuted.
Just don't go hauling into a puddle with a bunch of other people in the puddle.
Make sure your blow dryer is unplugged before you go into the water. Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, that'd be sketch.
Doesn't have hydrolock.
I
It
saw
will blow you up.
all these comments today on their page. They're like, dude, I just bought an MXR. What do I do now?
Really?
No manufacturer support. Like if they go out of business. Harley was supposed to be part of their business, and now they're not. Apparently. What's that one say?
I have a question. If either of you have a new exhaust pipe, do you prep it with grease or anything to keep it from rusting?
No,
I don't. No.
Wait, what kind of exhaust pipe? Like,
You're talking like the header?
like a 4-stroke header or like a 2-stroke raw pipe?
I mean, either way, I don't think I would do anything. You can spray WD-40 on it if you want.
So if it like on the like the factory pipes, or that's what they're called, right? The FMF factory fatty, the ones that are raw.
Mm-hmm.
On the 2-strokes, I would just like. Hey, Josh Doherty.
Lube her up.
Doherty. You gonna Doherty? But yeah, I would wash that thing, and then I would take like what's those little pads, the wash pads for your sink, Scotch Brite pad, and rub it down, and then
Steel wool would probably work really good.
Yeah, if it gets bad, and then I would just lather it in WD because the WD displaces the water, the moisture, so it doesn't rust. but it's a pain to do, and you will always miss a spot on the mount up. So you gotta like take the pipe off every month or so. Just redo it. It's just a pain. I'd rather just have a platinum pipe it doesn't look as good. For 4-stroke header, I don't
even know.
We're actually the worst people to probably talk about parts. We
do
do
oil. My bike
oil.
is completely stock.
We do oil and air filters.
I have no reason to throw anything else on a 450.
Do you do air filters?
Yeah, I do an air filter every ride.
Me too.
Whatever. Like 20 hours on your bike, you've done like one air filter. Just because I made you do it, basically.
It
I
happens.
think takes off his plastic. Is this okay? Looks like my garden.
It's pretty bad. I thought they come brown, but apparently it's just after 10 rides. What is your opinion on the torque of the KTM 150? I might upgrade, and I was wondering if the 150 would be relatable to a 250 4-stroke in torque. Honestly,
I wouldn't personally say so.
Really?
As far as torque goes?
The 250Fs are so slow.
But they got more torque. I feel like they got more
Not
torque.
a Yamaha. Yamaha 250F and KTM both have. Well,
I've ridden a
I don't
Cali
know,
250F, and I think it has more torque than your
Really?
bike. And longer gears. You don't have to shift every 5 feet.
So I don't know. If I had to race a 250F stock or my KTM 150
with
the Electron carb, not stock, the 150 sucks with the Mikuni carb, hands down. You can't get in or out of the power smooth. There's no power. The Electron is sick. That's awesome. But yeah, if I had to race, I think unless it was a Yamaha 250F, the last one I rode was a 2018. So unless it was that or the KTM 250 SXF, then from 18, then I would probably pick my bike over any of the other bikes.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. Just because I think I can make up for it in over rev and just the maneuverability. Like that thing jumps in the corners.
Yeah.
It's
super
light.
I feel like that would get hard to ride really fast though after.
It would.
I feel like you can be a little lazier on the 250.
But I have been getting frustrated lately. Like when we go play ride and stuff, like I want more. I just want it on. I just want to be lazy sometimes. And you can't.
Well, it's not even laziness. You just don't have the power
Just
sometimes to get up over something.
Like they'll be playing on step ups and like just whipping around, and I'm like 4th or 5th taps, and I'm like pushing through the lip trying to get over it, which Josh Doherty probably wouldn't agree because he can whip anything, even if he's casing it. What else? I have to wring my air filter out after every ride. Dang, dude.
Where the heck do you ride?
You must be upside down in some puddles. You should just go faster. Yes, that is what I have always been trying to do, and it's never easy. So yeah.
Am I ever getting a 2-stroke? One of these days,
dude, you had one.
I know. I bought one last year, and then we got rid of it for no reason. And now, what is it? MEC Revivals giving it away.
Yeah. But
no, I plan on getting a 2-stroke at some point. Just
Jake,
to play
what did you ride this year?
I rode.
Well, you've ridden quite a few now.
Yeah, I mean, I ride yours. I don't really care for the 150. I'd rather have a 250 just because it's
What do you weigh?
faster. Like 165. So.
Yeah, I'm like 155, so it's not too much.
But I'll probably I rode a YZ 252 stroke that the motor was built by Mike Gossler and it had factory suspension on it and stuff. It's a nice 2-stroke. It's John Tyson's actually, but that thing was
rips,
fun.
Huh?
Yeah, like you could
You
roll
looked
on
good
like
on
a
it,
450 and then it was just light. It was weird jumping it, but it was fun. So.
And Jake picks up bikes like easy. Like there's some people that can just jump on any bike and ride, and he's like that, which is cool. You never really rode 2-strokes until we kind of start hanging out, or full size at least.
Yeah,
right?
the last 2-stroke I had ridden was an 85. And then I even got off that kind of early to go to the 150, which is the same size as the 85, basically.
Yeah.
And I raced the 250 junior class and the 450 junior class on that. That was when I was like 12.
That's crazy.
A long time ago.
Yeah. You're 12, and you weigh 130 and 5'8". Yeah, I think. What's your name, Dalton? Yeah, Dalton. You probably would be perfect for the 150. Like, I don't feel like the 150 is underpowered. The power is just in different spots than a 250F. I think the bike rips. It handles amazing. You can like manual through sections like no other. Maintenance is way cheaper than the 250F. And I think I'm at a little over 20 hours on my bike. And I change my oil maybe every like 3 rides, every maybe 4 to 5 hours. And the bike is cherry. Like
that would be a good bike for you to get.
Yeah,
faster
250Fs.
And it'd be
There's
fun.
so many issues. They overheat still. Maybe not as much anymore.
I don't think you have a lot of issues. It just depends on who's on one. If I had a 250F or even you had a 250F, I'd be rebuilding that thing every 25 hours.
Not because we're fast, but because we like to just hear the rev limiter.
Basically, yeah. Justin Barsha out there.
12. Look at an 85 big wheel. Nah, you're good, dude. Get on a 150. Oh,
5'8",
also
that's pretty
on your
tall.
recommendations, I bought the GoPro. Oh, someone asked, did they say, what do you use for what cams?
What action cams do you guys use?
Sorry,
Do you have an external mic? No, we don't really use external mics. We just use the GoPro.
Yeah, the
most part.
GoPro.
or the phone.
I've got a 5. Did you get a 7?
Not yet. My 5's for sale, by the way.
So I use the GoPro with the Dango Designs. We kind of like that. We sometimes use it. He has GoPro mounts still too, but I have the Dango Designs clamp-on thing.
I'll use it every once in a while, but I feel the weight on my face.
And if you have a Liette neck brace, our buddy Matt has tried it and it doesn't work too well. It actually gets in the way. But
yeah.
What's your setup? Where do you put your camera and what?
My camera's on the
1080. Like, what do you shoot in?
Well, I shoot in 1080, 30 FPS, but I do the side mount. I like the side mount because it kind of gives you a view of the helmet, the elbows for the most part, your handlebars, kind of your seat when you're sitting down, and then your front fender and handlebars. So I feel like that kind of has the best view. I do like the face view though too as well. It turns out really good. You don't get to see as much of your lap, I don't think, and still see the track as well, but I like both. I usually just run the side mount.
Motor top bought a month ago. Dang. Yeah, what bike are you riding right now, Dalton? Oh, Sony AS2000V. What is that? Is that I have like a Sony A6300 camera, like an actual body camera that I don't really know how to use very well, to be honest, but we use it for photos, and like the edits we make that are like not POV or point of view are just like cell phones. Cell phones actually probably honestly
cell phones
always
work the best. I actually just got the new iPhone XS, and it actually shoots in 4K, which is cool.
The light sensors.
It's gonna turn out clear. The microphone works great.
Yeah.
There's no reason really not to use that unless you got like a $10,000 camera you use. But I think the iPhone lately we've been using over the GoPro even.
Yeah, and it actually looks cool.
Comes out better.
Straight rhythm bold prediction.
Josh,
who do you think's taking straight rhythm, and why aren't you racing it?
Yeah.
I
would like to go and try like one of those tracks.
Oh yeah, it's got a stabilizer. The new 7, the GoPro 7, I want to get my hands on super bad because it has crazy stability built in. That's super cool. All right, Alta. Let's stay back on topic, right? Would you ride an Alta today? Would you race one, the new MXR?
Yeah, I mean, if it had a good fork on it, and I think because the newest one, neither of us have ridden the newest one, right?
No, and they shaved
a lot of weight. They have a better fork,
20 more
horsepower. I don't know if it needs more power. Yeah, I don't think so. But I mean, maybe the power is distributed different, so maybe they gave it more and then gave it a little more roll-on. Usable power, kind of like the new Cali. But yeah, I'd ride one. It'd take a minute to adjust, but.
How long has Alta been making bikes? So Alta started as BRD Motors in, I believe, 2013 or 2012. They're out of San Francisco. Actually, I tried to work for them like in 2012 when I first heard about them because I bought an electric car at that time, and I was blown away at the power and the maintenance-free setup. And if you check out, I have a blog or a forum post on Thumper Talk and Vital about the Alta, and it's all the research I've done on why I like that vision and what they're doing. And I think it is the future eventually, especially Supercross, because you don't have to worry about timing or bogging or anything like that. It's just go instantaneous torque, which they'll be able to make sections crazy on that kind of bike. Outdoors, you get heat soak on the battery just from load. Deep sand, wet dirt, not going to be good for a battery. Not at this time, at least. So,
I'd like to see a good rider ride one. Because who rode Josh Hill? Is that who wrote it
Hill's
last
been
year?
on one.
Who wrote it in
Durham.
straight rhythm though? Wasn't
I
that
think it
Hill?
was Hill.
And he's pretty.
He did pretty well on it. I think he was out of shape.
Probably, but he's good at scrubbing, and I mean straight rhythm you're going straight. But it'd be cool to see somebody like a Stewart brother or somebody like that has
really just rip it.
that rips it to see side by side with a regular bike to see what it would do.
Bryce says his bike bogs when he holds her wide open. It's making him mad. It shouldn't cost you anything except the main jet. Go up on your main jet. So it's T, Josh. It's actually Sleepy T. We're gonna be like falling asleep real quick. So go up on your main jet. Like if it's bogging like 3/4 to full throttle, maybe go up 2 sizes on the main jet and retry it. Those are only like maybe a couple bucks for a jet, and maybe 5 minutes to swap it out, maybe 10. So do that. Have you ever thought about what? Going to the French Alps. They have some epic hills and locals. Yeah, that's cool, man.
That's pretty funny.
French Alps. Yeah,
we don't
I'd probably
venture
go there,
too far from
but I'm not
Idaho and
taking
California.
my bike there. So that's that pretty much. Let's see. Should we go on? So Alta, they're closing business. If you're super rich, go buy them and send me an MXR bike.
Yeah,
and for all of you that own Altas, bummer. Hopefully that maintenance-free program is true.
They don't need any parts from them.
Yeah. Hopefully don't run out of electricity.
Yeah.
All right, fourth topic, SoCal trip.
That'll be fun.
It'll be real fun. So we did a SoCal trip 2 years ago. It was sick.
To go do the suspension test.
It's like, what, 7 days total?
Yeah, 6 or 7.
It's a long drive. It's like 14 hours, but it's not that bad. Actually, through the most boring part of
the U.S.
Nevada, Vegas.
The U.S.
Yeah, it sucked.
We went through Vegas on our way home. So
We did. Cool. We didn't stop, but it was cool to look at. But we're going to be doing a SoCal trip probably the first or second week of December. So if any of you guys are trying to ride in SoCal, let's do it.
Yeah, we're
trying to
hit
hit all the
as
tracks
many
and
tracks as possible.
around Elsinore, Paula,
Milestone.
Paris, Milestone, Cahuilla, if it's prepped.
Dude,
That was rough.
that was terrible.
Yeah. So
But it looks good in the winter. Like dirt looks like it stays good.
yeah, basically, we just need to get out of Idaho at least once a winter to go ride. This is a good way. They're doing the 250F shootout then, and hopefully I'll be participating if all goes to plan, which will be super fun. And yeah, so we'll be down there. We're gonna bring our bikes, so we'll have the 150, which we'll do a actual whole video of the 150 and all the parts you guys have seen on it. And then he'll have his 2019 KXF, and he'll probably just roost the crap out of me the whole time.
Do you need to have a license plate and insurance on your bike in Idaho when riding in the trails?
Technically, it needs to be registered, and you need
You need your
insurance.
off-road sticker and a spark arrestor.
Yeah, but I've never
had either.
If I owned a bike, I never would have put anything on.
Yeah.
My bike's like bone stock exhaust and no registration or insurance.
Yeah.
Well, it's registered, but I don't
It's
have
registered.
it on me.
And apparently you have to have insurance now when you buy brand new bikes.
If you finance it,
I didn't know that. So that's cool.
which is good if you get stolen, but bad if it doesn't. It's Idaho, not California.
Yeah. Well, it's good.
Nobody steals stuff. Well, not many. Gonna be. People keep coming.
Yeah.
I have been riding illegal for, basically. I don't think anybody cares. I ran into sheriffs or rangers and they're just like, have fun. So,
Don't start a fire.
Yeah. I don't ride fast enough for that.
Should we talk about
Same in Alberta.
what style?
What else should we talk about? We hit our topics.
What style of video should we make when we go to SoCal? Do you guys want to see a lot of riding, or do you want to see like more vlog style, lifestyle with a little bit of riding? Obviously, we'll do clips of the tracks and stuff.
POV or lifestyle or
Do you want to see us like driving Bryce Boat's vlog? I like riding with vlogs. Okay.
With vlogs, like more talking,
Homeless people.
hunting. Okay, Josh.
He probably meant to say humping.
It's like his scene. He'd be right at home with that.
Josh, what do you do? Is it
Josh, it's rough.
Is this what you do, Josh?
That's-
You'd be riding around homeless people.
Riding and talking about trails, adventures. Cool. That's basically what we do. We're pretty boring, but it's still fun.
We'll make fun
No
of each
riding, no vlogs. Instead, just 10-minute video of you standing there casually grunting.
That'll
Basically, that's what we're
that'll
doing
be
now.
Shelby in the morning. I'll video him for 10 minutes in the
It's-
morning, and he'll just be
it's
standing
bad.
there. I don't want to go anywhere.
I don't like
He won't even want to go ride. He'll just stare down.
Moto's getting old. We need some new content. Yeah, well, Josh, the last time you ever made any content.
Josh, Moto's getting old. What do you want video of?
Yeah, why don't
Just
you
kidding. Don't
get back
answer
on
that.
your CR500, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, I guess, should we just end this now? This is our first live
Yeah.
stream.
We have a whole 10 people, so I mean that's cool.
Are they still on here? Invite your friends.
Yeah, we need more topics.
I
and people
need
to talk to.
1,000 subscribers, guys. So share my YouTube page on your Facebook page and tag me, and I'll give you
I'll be doing a review of the updates on the 2019 KX that I got.
the what? The review?
Yeah.
You still haven't done that?
Well, no, I have my main review of the
Oh, the
whole
first
bike,
one.
of the stock bike, but I'm
Don't
gonna
have lots of views.
I'm doing. I don't know. I haven't checked it.
More than
actually.
20?
Probably.
Dang, dude.
But
Viral.
But I'm doing new Race Tech suspension in the fork, and then I got a torque drive clutch from Recluse that I'm going to test out. So, if anybody cares what that's going to be like, then
Go back to the kids' table, Josh. Thank you. Yeah, dude. Let me know what bike you end up with. Bryce, change your main jet or
Get a
needle
electric
position too. Yeah, but that's like $500. So needle position and the main jet. That's all you got to do. Go up on the main jet, bigger number. Usually they go by they skip 2.
make it go faster.
Yep. How often do you ride right now? How often do you regularly ride per month on average?
Per month?
Yeah.
I'd say 5 times.
5 times a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably about right.
Right now. I mean, I'll go through phases where I'll ride. I mean, earlier this year I was riding 2 or 3 times a week, like Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And then training Monday, Thursday-ish. Trying to, but
What do you think's more important? Riding all the time for riding fitness or working out for riding?
so
And why?
I trained with Jed Snelson, who also trained like Jake Weimer, Jason Anderson, Cole Siebler, I think like Tommy Hahn and maybe Will Hahn, a bunch of top riders. But basically his motto was, we're going to work out to get faster on the bike, and then the fitness will come after that. And then obviously the safety of training when you're riding, because you're enhancing all your reflex skills and stuff like that. So like we did a workout on Wednesday that was it was physically demanding and fatiguing, but it it worked your mind a lot. So
You guys gonna finger fight at the end of the video? Stick around if so.
I don't know.
You'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. You'll have to.
It started. No, but
Sleepy.
so I went through a phase where I learned how to
You like
ride.
boys?
What?
You went through a phase where you liked boys?
No, that was you.
Just kidding.
No, but of like where I was working out in the gym, training more than I was riding, and it was actually benefiting more than just riding all the time on the bike. And it was kind of one of those phases where you go and you're just not getting any faster on the bike, and it's kind of frustrating. So you need to take like a 2 or 3 week break and then come back. But there was like a couple months where I was training 3 times a week and then riding once a week versus riding more, and it was actually making me faster on the bike, getting fitter and stuff. And then
You get burnt out too, huh?
yeah, you kind of get burnt out on both. I like the discipline and the training aspect. It's challenging and fun, I think.
Do you feel like
It
the
sucks
mental
during
break
it.
is good sometimes? Like I know every time I've been injured, I come back and I ride. Like I feel good.
Yeah, mental
but my
break is
fitness
good.
Sucks.
Yeah, mental break is good, I think, because I'll go through phases where I'll be riding for like 2 months, and like every time I ride, I know I'm getting faster, and then it'll be a phase of where I'm not getting faster, and then And if you kind of learn your riding style and yourself, what the heck are you doing?
Can you do this?
I don't
Keep
know.
talking, dude.
It'll be easier basically to just like.
You gotta continue talking though. This is
I can't
multitasking.
talk. I just want to dip this into my tea. This is stupid. Where'd you get this thing?
Why do you keep doing it then?
This is gay.
No, you just said you can't get it in the hole.
Why does it bounce out?
You're totally off topic, dude. Pete, you're
You
listening.
handed me a freaking Mexican shaker thing with a ball
I
strapped
did
to it.
it first try, but
You've probably been
I'm
doing
also
it all day.
I'm also a ginger, so you know.
Yeah.
You guys should put on a riding school at OMC. Not me. I just tell you, don't. I can't hit the double. Then
do
don't.
that.
Just roll it.
I'm down to coach riders.
No, Jake actually coaches kids already. Josh, you're uncoachable, so
Josh, you're too fast to
yeah,
coach.
you just scrape my handlebars on the dirt and makes them dirty. I gotta
Yeah.
wash it.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, so if you need training, hit up Jake if you're local. He'll actually do lessons and stuff. It's not free, so
True.
obviously
We got a full setup in the garage though, as far as
training
training and learning how to ride.
learning from a friend.
Learning from a friend.
That's what it's called, learning from a friend. Motocross
Learning from
school.
a friend, motocross.
It's
Workout.
cool. Oh, what? Do these things say things on the TV thing? One thorn of an
Are you
experience
sleepy yet from this
is,
stuff?
yeah, actually, is worth a whole wilderness of warning. That's too much.
What'd you say?
I just read
Earth, laughs, and flowers.
it.
I don't know.
That's funny. Okay,
Dumb.
learning how to ride, not swim. Which end up after bailing in a puddle? Stop falling in puddles.
Stop going in the puddles.
You're doing a dirt bike, not a jet ski, all right?
No, this is
You're a
the
goddamn
that's the
dirt
kid
bike
that's in Canada.
from
right?
Alberta, yeah. He's swimming in the ocean.
Dude, don't
There's no
ride in
ocean.
the lake.
Yeah, stop doing that, dude.
Go ride the
Seriously,
track
go get a
with no
jet
water.
ski and just send it. Just puddle jumping.
Puddle. Well, you gotta clear the whole puddle.
Yeah, you gotta make
I've
it
never
over.
fallen in a puddle.
No. Nope.
I would turn around.
Isn't it?
No, before I even got to it.
Yeah, dude, you might get your tear offs dirty, and I don't even run tear offs, so that's why all my goggles are scratched.
Yeah.
Well, we're losing followers. We went from a whopping 10 to 8. How do I get my nickname? Soupy Socks. No, that's how you got it? I don't know if that's a good nickname, but
Soupy socks.
better than Ginger. All right, guys. If you liked our video, comment below. If you didn't like it, keep it to yourself. And what's your Instagram?
JStone537.
And I'm Ginger969.
Go follow it.
Come follow us. Share our page so we can get 1,000 subscribers, because then we get a free dirt bike. It's not how that actually works, but it'll be cool anyways. Josh,
What should I say this time?
just a thumbs down. I think he had it upside down, you know?
Yeah, dude, it's the wrong one.
Dude, you must be upside
If
down.
we flip the laptop upside down, I think.
Follow us. Yeah, dude. Yeah, tag me on Facebook, dude. Moto Life with Shelby Paget. Or just Shelby Paget.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you come up with that on your own?
Yeah, well, it's getting real creative. Do you guys, and we'll do maybe we'll do this on our board. It's kind of fun.
So like almost every day.
Yeah, we'll talk about the same 4 things every time.
No,
In America.
comment topics of what we should talk about next
Except
time.
for you, Josh. You don't get a comment. You lose your commenting privileges.
Yeah, we're gonna block you.
Yeah. Because you went too big. Let's actually show.
Yeah, show everybody Josh's gnarly,
you keep talking.
stupid whip that
So Josh
is bigger than anything.
Josh is always trying to act humble, even though he rips. And I always do butt whips because they're way easier than actually learning how to whip. So we'll show you Josh's little incident on my bike. First time he ever rode my bike. Upside down. So sick. And then he almost died. Wait for it. Yep. That's Josh Doherty. All he does is send it. So if you want to learn how to send it, hit him up. If you want to learn how to ride technique-wise, hit up Jake Stone.
If you want to get faster, or if you want to have fun.
Yeah. Okay. Peace out.
Should we say bye?
How do we do this?
Should we cheers?
See you, Jake.
Bye.
Cheers, Stone.
Cheers to motor crossing
I guess.
and cats.
No cats, just
No.
dogs.
Marvin.
Marvin stuff. Just kidding.
And if you can't do this, you can't be on my YouTube. JStone537. What is Jake's IG and channel? What's your YouTube channel, dude?
Action Life 537. That's what it's called.
Action Life 537. Jake has training workouts on there too.
Yeah. If anybody wants to check them out, give them a whirl.
All right. Peace out, guys. Have a good night.